Header detail applications simplify the process of viewing and managing related data by grouping records that share the same header information. In this video, we demonstrate how to create a header detail application to manage and view expense reports. The header section will include the expense report number, report date, employee name, and approval status. The detail section will include the date of each expense, category, description, vendor name, and total amount. When a user opens the application to enter an expense report, they will enter the general information into the header record fields and provide details of individual expenses in the detail rows. We navigate to the No-Code Studio and select Create New Application. We are creating the application from scratch, so we select New Data Source. Select the header detail type. We need to enter a name for the header detail application in the name field. Remember that each header detail application consists of at least 3 individual applications, and each must have a unique name. To maintain similarity among the names and keep them unique, for this example we use the same name for all 3 applications and add letters at the end to identify the application. The data source is the table the application is built over. The system suggests naming the data source the same name as the application. Select Continue. We arrive at the application builder, where we create and configure the header and detail applications. We create the header application first. Locate No Header Application Configured and select Add. Look in the Header Properties panel and select the Application Creation Options field. For this example, we select New Application and Table and enter the application name. In this example, we use the same name for the table. Please note, the application and table names do not need to match. Next, we create the detail application. Locate No Detail Applications Configured and select Add. In the Detail Properties panel, use the Application Creation Options field to select New Application and Table. In the Detail Application field, enter the application name, and for this example, enter the same name into the table name field. The display name is the page name that will appear to the application user. If more detail applications are needed, we can click the Create button next to the display name. However, for our example, only one detail application is necessary. Open the application structure by selecting the arrow to the right of the application name. This panel displays the applications which we have created. Select Header. We are on the list form of the header application. In the center panel, make sure drop zone is expanded. Locate the Fields panel. The first field of the header section will be the expense report number, so the field type is Number. Enter Number into Add New Fields and press Enter on your keyboard. Next, drag the field to the column field drop zone. Finally, in the View panel, select the field and change the name to Expense Report Number. We repeat these steps to add the report date and approval status fields. The field names and types are displayed on your screen. The final field needed in the header section is Employee Name. This field will use a table lookup to verify the employee's name against the directory table. In Add New Field, enter Table Lookup, drag the tile to Column Fields, and change the name to Employee Name. Since this is a table lookup field, we need to specify the related table. In the Field Properties panel, locate Related Table. Enter Directory and select the directory table. The primary search field defaults to name. This is the field in the directory table the application will reference when validating the employee name. Select the Wide View button. We can now see all the fields we have added to the header section of the header detail application. Now that we have created the header fields, we need to configure how they will be displayed when a record in the application is opened. Use the Action menu to open the detail form. We need to add a grid that has 1 row and 4 columns. Select Add Grid and select 1 by 4. In the Fields panel, select Existing and drag each field to where you want it to appear in the header section. This completes the steps to configure the header section. Return to the application structure and select Detail. We repeat the steps we took in the header application to add fields for the detail application. Starting in the Fields panel, select New. Locate the Date field type. Drag it to Column Fields. Change the field name to Date of Expense. Repeat until all the detail fields have been added. The field names and types for the detail section of our example application are displayed on your screen. Use the Action menu to change to Detail Form and create a 1 by 5 grid. In the Fields panel, select Existing. Drag each field to the appropriate location on the grid. The header and detail applications and tables have been configured. We use the application structure to return to the header detail application and select Save and Stay. The final step is to generate the applications. Select the Generate Action menu and select Generate Related Apps. This will generate all the applications created as part of the header detail application. Once we receive notification that all applications have been generated, we can view the finished expense report header detail application. First, confirm you are in the header detail application builder, then open the Generate Action menu and select Launch. We land on the list view. Since we just created the application, there are no expense reports to display. Select Create. This is what a user will see when they launch the application to enter an expense report. The user will enter information into the header section and will select Add Expense Details to add each line item. Use a header detail application whenever you need to link records that share the same header information. This approach simplifies data relationships and enhances the user experience. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. To learn more about this topic, please refer to Nextworld Help.